Well, hello. Welcome, everyone. I am running a little late, but I had good reason. I was coming up with, through meditation, um, I was inspired to do tarot today. I'm going to do a little bit of astrology, but I was inspired to do tarot today. And with the lunar eclipse coming up, I realized I haven't done an actual tarot card spread for the lunar eclipse, so I decided to go into meditation and make one up. Welcome everyone. For those of you that don't know me, I'm sorry. I just start talking when I get on here. My name is Cindy. I'm at Simply Cindi. I am a medium. I have a lot of modalities. I have a science, medical background. Um, what else? I was on here a lot full time on YouTube a while back, probably about 5 years ago, 4 years ago. Um, and then the pandemic hit and other things went on. And so this year I've come back to go back full time. So the algorithm doesn't really know me. So if you guys, and I do want to thank you guys for sharing because I got my analytics and you guys are sharing a lot of my stuff. So I appreciate it. I appreciate all the likes. I appreciate all the share. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate you that have been there with me since 2012 or because I had another channel. I can't remember if I started it in 2012 or 4. This one, I think I started in 14. I'm not really sure. But anyways, if you've been hanging with me since then, thank you. I really do appreciate each one of you. Um, so I'm just kind of letting everybody get through. I've already shuffled the cards because they're so hard to handle. They're really, really slippery. Um, we'll shuffle them a couple of times, but I have to do it very like methodically. But I shuffled them really, really good before we got on camera because I want that energy. So I'm going to talk a little bit, just a little bit uh, of astrology to kind of get you where we're going. So today is the 19th. Happy Equinox Day. This is the start of the new season. We are about to go into Aries season. Aries is a lot of Aries is a lot of, I love Aries. I'm an air sign, and a fire sign. So, I mean, I've got two air and one fire. My moon's fire. Um, so for me, Aries, if you think about it, when I get with an Aries, because I have the air and fire, I mean, what does air do to fire? It just blows it up, makes it bigger, right? So you can imagine me and Aries are like, we can just go and go and go and go, go, go. They're like great friends for me. We just have so much fun. And my daughter's an Aries. So, I mean, her son's an Aries. She's more Capricorn than Aries. But anyway, so it's Aries season. For me, that's a lot of energy. It's going to give me a lot of energy. It's going to give you a lot of energy. It's about me, which we kind of need to do when we're moving through this new space that we're going to. But before we get to the new space, as we're headed that way, right? We've got to release some things. We've got to release some stuff. So that's our south node. That's the south node right here that's going on in Libra, right? That's where we're going to have the lunar eclipse in Libra. Okay, so each sign, it's going to hit you differently in a different area of your life. But the eclipse, think about what an eclipse does. It eclipses the energy, right? You can look at my other videos that really go and explain this. I'm just doing a very, very small job right now, just to kind of get us into the space of where we're going while I do these tarot readings. Um, if you want to know kind of more through the astrology about how that's going to work, you need to go to my other videos. But with this lunar eclipse coming up on Monday, I think is when the 25th is, on Monday, for a lot of us. Remember, I used the scenario of us moving into a new house. We're going to a new space and we're going to move to a new house. It's going to be a bigger, better. What do we want to do? How do we want the house? What are we bringing with us? What are we packing up? That's what we're doing now. What are we packing up and what are we leaving? It doesn't mean that, like, if you guys have moved, you know that sometimes you pack even stuff that you're not sure if you're going to use, but you're going to take it anyway to see if it's going to fit right? And that's kind of what we're doing. But there are obviously some things that you cannot take that It's not necessary to take. You'll miss them. That washer and that dryer, they were so good to you while you were in this house, but it's time for a new washer and dryer, right? And you really loved the washer and dryer and it did you so well. But in the new space, you need a new washer and dryer. In the new space, you can't take the old dishwasher. The new dishwasher's there. Do you get what I'm saying? So there are some things in your life that you no longer need. We get so attached that we think we need them, right? And the universe, your higher self, um, the bigger thing that's going on here is that it's unnecessary for you to take this stuff, but you've grown attached to this stuff because it feels comfortable for you. That's the South Node. It feels comfortable. And it's not, that's just in this life. We're talking about you have stuff from other lives too. You have, and I talked about the 14 generations that you're carrying in your DNA. So you're releasing some of that stuff in this area of life right now, but it doesn't mean you have to release all of them right all at once, right? So what I've done is, and this is what the lunar eclipse is about. It's the universe helping you let go of some stuff, not because it's trying to be mean, but just because it's holding you back. You don't really, it's not necessary anymore. It's not necessary for you to be treated the way you're treated. Maybe when you were a child, you needed to be, um, the example would be, maybe you don't tell the truth a lot because when you were a child, that was the only way that you could survive, was to make other people happy and not tell your truth, right? But you're not a child anymore. You're an adult now, and you have people around you that you can tell the truth to. Only your habit is to keep yourself safe. So you continue to not tell the truth. You're not doing it because you're being mean or you're trying to be deceitful. You're doing it because you're trying to protect yourself. But the universe is like, you're no longer there. You're an adult now. Let's change your habits. Let's change your vibration. And this is just an example. Let's change the way you think. You have people around you that will honor you. You don't have to protect yourself in that way anymore, right? But you have this habit and attachment of doing it that way because you've always done it that way and that kept you safe. Does that make sense? But you don't need it. You're just used to it. So that's why we have these eclipses. It's the universe helping us. You don't need that anymore. Let's do it this way. Let's come this way. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. So, in honor of that, and to kind of give us a space to know where we might be heading, and remember, it's an eclipse. It's the South Node. It's you leaving old habits, and it's not anything that you consciously have to do. It's an eclipse. It will do it for you. Okay. So you can consciously be aware of, oh, you know what? I don't need that. And you can let that go. But you have the universe, Mother Earth, the stars, whatever, you have them helping you at this time. And that's what the eclipse is. The lunar eclipse is that. And the lunar eclipse will eclipse your timeline, eclipse your vibration, eclipse what's going on, and move you into the direction of your destiny right here. This was your destiny here. You're letting go of some of your destiny to move into here. Does that make sense to you guys? Okay. So, I'm going to look over here because I just made this spread. I made the spread this morning. I went into meditation. I had, I was inspired, and I told you guys I'm doing it differently this time. I'm not doing it like last time when I was on here. I have to be inspired wherever I go. So if I'm inspired to do tarot, then I'll do tarot. If I'm inspired to do both, I'll do both. If I'm inspired to do astrology, I'll do astrology. If I'm inspired to do Reiki, I'll do Reiki. If I'm inspired to do mediumship, that's what I'll do, right? Um, Kind of my growth and my promise to myself, right? So, but before that, this just reminded me, let's do your vagus nerve. So we like to reset the vagus nerve here, get us into a great space. The vagus nerve helps your anxiety, which is contributes to a lot of your ailments, a lot of the headaches and the nervousness and the my tummy hurts and my back hurts and my legs hurt and all of that. And so let's like reset the vagus nerve. Let's get you into a better space. And you can do this anytime. But I like to do this to sort of get us started. So first thing you want to do is just relax your shoulders, and I want you to move your head to the right and take note. Move your head to the left and take note. You probably have some tightness in one part or the other of the neck. Usually it's one part because a lot of people lean to one side or the other. They kind of, whatever your dominant side is. So just take note of that. Then I want you to cup your hands together, and I want you to put them at the base of where your neck and your skull meet. So at the base of that, right? And I want you to look straight. I want you to relax your wings, relax them. Some of them will come this way because you need to stretch more, but that's okay. Wherever it lands, it lands. Okay. So look straight, and then I want you to move your eyes. Keep your face straight, but move your eyes to the right. Oh, I do it pretty fast. Sorry. Until you yawn, until you get a reaction. Ooh, sorry. Sorry. Until you yawn and get a reaction, right? Then I want you to do it again and move to your left, your eyes, relax until you get a response with the yawning. Okay, sometimes it takes a little. You saw how the right side for me did really quickly. The left side is being a little bit more of a little pest. And then, I am so sorry. And then, once you get the reaction, I want you to turn your head again and again, and you'll notice that it's reset. You'll notice that there's not the tightness. You'll notice that you're feeling a little better. And again, some of you, if you haven't done this before, if you haven't done this in a long time, it may take some minutes, but I've also asked people to add the ball where your gum line and your front teeth are, that little ball. If you'll press with your tongue against that too, that helps with your anxiety. So you can use both of those. You can do those all day long, as many times as you need. It sort of just gets you back into the relaxed state. It kind of helps your body. Remember, I said this yesterday, Saturn in Pisces with Venus, and here's coming Mars, is trying to let you know, what are you implementing? What are you taking responsibility with your body and your spirit, right? What's your belief system? Now that you have all this information, what are you doing with it? What are you doing with it? It's like this tarot. I'm going to give you the information. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to like look at 150 other tarot readers and maybe wait to get to the answer that you want? Or are you going to really pay attention where the universe is trying to tell you this and this could be going on? Pay attention and then implement what you know. That makes sense to you guys? All right. So Aries, we are in Aries season. It is the equinox. I want you to set your intention. Set your intention. You have the rest of the year to let the surprises and the building of the new space happen for you. It doesn't always have to be doom and gloom. I told you, they want you afraid. They want you to be scared. They want you to not think that you're more than you are. They're very aware of who you are, very aware of what you can do. That's why they want you afraid. That's exactly why they want you afraid. Don't believe me? Go look at the documents that, it's everywhere. We have information now. Go look at the documents the CIA's done. It's right in your face. They tell you. Okay? Go investigate that. Go look at that. There's education and there's ancient wisdom that we have access to. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to stay in your little bubble and worry about, what they want you to worry about, or are you going to expand? You have the rest of this year to excitedly unfold. You have the universe telling you, I'm about to eclipse for you and help you let go of what's confusing you to move you into the more expanded space, right? So be excited. Be like a child. Be excited. What's to come? What's to come? I have no idea. My life, y'all's life, has been hell. It's not been good. It's been bad. Have there been beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous times? Absolutely. But lately, over the past 4 years, as soon as you go up, you go down. As soon as you go up, you go down. But that doesn't mean that it's going to stay like that. It's us going into this new space. Be excited for it. Be happy for it. And with that, I'll get started before I go on a rant. Okay, so the first the first sign that I picked to do is Virgo. Now, this is a new spread. I just did it this morning. This is for the lunar eclipse. Okay, so hello, hello, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining. If you didn't join my live today, this is edited down from my live that I did. I am doing the lunar eclipse in Libra that we're having on the 25th. And I am doing only like 3 or 4 signs per live. So today I did 3 signs. And Gemini is one of the signs. That's what you're going to be watching right now. If you don't want to wait or if you don't want to just watch your particular sign, you can go watch my live. But for each of these, I'm going to be editing them down into videos. So here we go, Gemini. Again, this is my spread that I made up. So we'll see what happens. All right. So, and then the last one is my Gemmies. So Gemini. And then again, I will be on tomorrow and I'll do 3 more, maybe even 4. Okay. I might do Sagittarius. It depends on how this Gemini goes. Okay. I may be able to do Sagittarius. I may be able to do Sagittarius. But let's do Jimmy's first. Okay. Yeah, because we have like several Sagittarius here right now, so I think I can do Sagittarius. Could you guys tap the screen? Let me know that you can still hear me. Let me know everything's okay. Let me know that you can still communicate. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Tapping the screen really helps. So kind of lets me know. Okay, perfect. Thank you. When I kind of look over there and see that the hearts are going, I'm like, okay, everything is okay. It's because we had such issue with the lives last week that I'm like constantly over here looking. All right. All right, Jimmy. My Gemini. Now, y'all heard me. Shuffle these cards. Thank you so much for letting me know that you're there. Appreciate it. Yeah, even an emoji, a tap, anything helps. Because when I look over there, I'm like, ooh, can they hear me or not? Okay. All right, Jimmys, here we go. Question 1. In relationships and or partnerships, where do you stand? Nowhere. I'm just kidding. Oh my God. You have the transformation. You have death. You're like, I'm freaking ready. Like, I'm tired of this phase. That's how I feel. Look, I see you guys. I see you guys on the ground. You guys on the ground. You're like, I'm dead. I'm done. I'm tired of this phase. You're ready for transformation. You're ready and open and listening, and you're like, what can I do? How can I help? It needs to move along. I'm tired of this stupid phase. Like, that's what I'm feeling with you, Jimmy's. You're like, yeah, I see the king, but where is he? I see the knight, but where is he? Like, I can sense him. I know that stuff's coming. I know that I've worked so hard, but we need to like hurry this up. That's what I'm feeling with you guys. That's where you're standing. I feel like that with your job. I feel like that with your career. I feel like that with relationships. I feel like that with where you're living. I feel like that. I just feel like you're ready. It's time to go. Like you're just sitting here waiting. You've had some big transformations, but it's all been inner transformation, and a lot of the outer has been not kind, where you're so used to being so lucky. And yes, you've had some luck, but it's not like it used to be. And you want it back like it used to be, if that makes any sense. Okay. And then the second is what is ready to come out. So, what's ready to come out of the shadows and be seen by you about people mirroring you? Okay. And that is the Knight of Cups. Okay. So, you have the Knight of Cups. So, again, like I said, you are ready for this offer. You are ready for opportunity. You have been working really hard, like whatever it took. No, if you didn't sleep, if you didn't eat, if you were just invested, you've done what you're supposed to do. And that's the thing. You're kind of mad a little bit because you're like, I've done what I was supposed to do, universe. Where is this? I think I said this to you guys the other day. It's like timing. And you're like, I've done my part. Now where's your part? That's kind of what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you're waiting for this opportunity. Mm, yeah, but that's going to come out of the shadow. Remember, you're going to see it. It's going to come. So I'm excited for you guys because it's what's going to be reflected back to you. So the opportunity that you have been waiting for, the moving forward and the letting go of, and some of you, this is not everybody, but some of you, Jimmys, have had to learn patience. And that's what's going to be looked at again is the patience because you're really pissed, some of you, that it hasn't gone as fast as you think it should go. Okay. So, three is what will be eclipsed over the next 4 to 6 months. And I was kind of already going there. I was feeling that, but I wanted to turn a card over. Yeah. So, what's going to be eclipsed is the Ace of Cups. I feel like for you guys, what I was just talking about, the starts that are coming, you have to learn patience. You have to learn timing. You have to learn, and it's really hard for Geminis because y'all are so lucky and things did used to come easy to you. You didn't think that they were coming easy, but now you realize, yeah, things did come easy, is easier for me. I'm not saying you didn't have trauma or tragedy. I'm just saying you knew how to work with the universe with manifesting easily and you didn't even realize you were doing it, right? So, what's happened in the last 4 years is that that's not been happening. And you've done, so you went back and you're like, well, let me try A, B, C, and D. And you've been doing that. Well, let me try C, B, E, and D. Let me try, like you've been doing all kinds of things to try to make this go. And it's not come about. And it's because you've had to learn patience. I, I can hear him saying, why do I have to learn patience? I don't know. It's because your soul wants to help you understand what it's like to work with other people and yourself in a life where everybody is coexisting. I mean, that's the best explanation I can give you for right now. But either way, what's going to be eclipsed is the starts and stops because it's the Ace of Cups, it's like the starts of things that aren't really going to come about for you. So, how do I say this? I feel like what will be eclipsed is this whole thing about, well, I thought I wanted that, but really I've decided I want this because you've changed your mind. So there's no more starts to do. I hope I'm saying this right. There's no more starts to do. Okay. The opportunities will just come to you where you don't have to do much. That's what's going to be eclipsed, is you don't have to push this energy anymore. You don't have to try to make something happen anymore. That hasn't happened for you in a long time. That's what's going to be eclipsed, is that energy of you having to push, you having to like do extra, you having to like work in a different way. Does that make sense to you guys? That's what's going to be eclipsed. Again, this is what's coming for you. You already are going to get this. This is what's been seen. This is what's going to come out of the shadows. You don't have to do anything. The transformation is here. Okay. I know y'all are tired. I know some of y'all are pissed. Okay. So what growth and or opportunities will come about because of this eclipse? So I've kind of already mentioned this because you're already in that energy. Gemini, y'all are, a lot of people don't understand how wise y'all are. Y'all are really wise and evolved. But it's because you're so playful, people don't realize you're so evolved and wise, but you really are. Because you're already standing in where you should be standing. Like, I don't know how to explain this. Like, you're already ready to go. Where other people are like, where am I going? You're like, all right, I'm already ready. I don't know how to explain that you are evolved enough to know that and wise enough to know that. Okay, so what growth and or opportunities will come about because of this eclipse for you? Good for you, Gemini. You're going to have notoriety. You're going to get the accolades. You're going to get the resources. You're going to get and I know as I'm telling you all that, you're like, I can't curse. BS, right? But that's what's happening in this next 4 to 6 months. That's the growth that's going to come about. That's the thing that you have been waiting for. That is actually coming. But you don't have to believe me, because my higher self is like, they're not going to believe you because I don't even believe you. He's joking with me, but you know what I mean. Like, nothing has happened so far. And so you're like, I've done it all. I'm kind of waiting. But that's actually what's going to happen. The Six of Wands is for you. So the Six of Wands is telling me that those opportunities are coming in the next 4 to 6 months. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to overthink it. Oh gosh, how can I help it? Oh gosh, what can I do? Oh gosh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, maybe if I learn this, or maybe if I do that, or maybe if I do it this way. You don't have to do any of that. It's coming for you. You're letting go of having to overthink, having to overdo, having to push that. That's the only way I can describe it, is having to push that energy. The whole anxiety about, did I do it right? Did I do enough? I'm going to try to make it happen. That's going to be eclipsed. You're going to be in a better space where you're not going to be trying to push. You're going to be receiving. That makes sense, Gemini? Okay. I don't think I have any Geminis here on live. All right. So the last one I'm going to do is Sagittarius, because we have several Sagittarius here. I am going to do Sagittarius. And then I'm going to get off. And I will be back tomorrow, or we'll do the next 3 or 4. Okay. Again, I'm not doing all of them today because I am channeling. And that's a lot of energy to go through. I'm going to give you the best of me. And like I said, I am not doing this like I did before. I've come back to YouTube. I'm doing it differently. Okay, now that I'm shuffling, can you guys hit the hearts? tap the screen so that the hearts will come out and I can see that you guys are still there. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. For those of you that have been able to, like, because I know a lot of y'all are working and you're kind of like taking a break to watch me, I really appreciate that. I appreciate you joining me every day. I appreciate you guys commenting, hanging in there with me.